I was just lucky enough to, my goodness, almost 10 years ago, do a Christmas in Vermont with Chevy Chase. From there, I started to audition, and I'd audition for that, and then I would audition for other Christmas movies, continue to audition, but I started to know certain directors, or they started to know my work, and since they worked in that genre, the Lifetime movie genre, television movie genre, and the Christmas movie genre, I just started to get known.
Welcome to Sunshine's Secret of OC. I'm your host, Lisa Huscher. Today we have the lovely actress, Meredith Thomas, the queen of Christmas movies. So before we get started, I want to hear everything that you're doing and this exciting thing that you're going to tonight. But I have these Sunshine Secret cards.
Oh, yeah.
So what you do is you just kind of like, put your energy on them, mix them up, and...
So I should do it now?
Yeah, and then you read one, and then we're going to see, just kind of do it for a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
It's just kind of fun.
Yeah,
just
love it. Okay. Wow, okay. It says, a part of you still waits for permission to shine.
Oh my gosh.
But your light was never meant to be approved, only expressed. I love
Interesting.
That. Yeah.
Wait, can you read that once more for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says, a part of you still waits for permission to shine, but your light was never meant to be approved, only expressed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So like, does that, because I think that it's almost a little bit like what we just were talking about just a few minutes ago, in a way where going through a long period of time of maybe like, a party that maybe that you didn't realize was suppressed a little bit.
Yeah, that statement is 100% right on with what I am currently grappling with. I don't know, exploring, because I think there's actors talk about it all the time, so much that it's like become cliched that. That imposter syndrome.
Yes.
And I think that I think a lot of creatives have it, it's not just actors, but it's become so talked about that it just feels like, oh, not that, but I think that, so I don't know, I don't know if it's imposter syndrome or it's that a part of me still feels like that little girl that had to work for everything and be perfect. And if you weren't perfect, you didn't get the approval. So there's this part of me that that gets overwhelmed with the attention when I shine. And I want to be like, oh, no. It's like that part of me that if someone says, oh, I love the dress. And you're like, oh, no, it's thrifted. Or I've had this for 20 years. I mean, it's like, no. Let me just, instead of just being like, oh, you look beautiful in that dress, instead of deflecting it, just be like, just say thank you.
Right.
But I feel like I have to explain why I'm where I am.
Right.
Like, no, it took me a lot of years and I worked really hard to be here. So, and so.
Are you coming, when you're talking about, I mean, not to just jump right into this, but like when you're talking about the grappling with it, because for me, intuitively, when I talked about like kind of that being repressed a little bit, is holding in that where you're accepting what is it? People are complimenting you and you're like, you're liberated, you're free, you're like, thank you. And you're enjoying it and you're taking it in. You kind of we're shut down in there. So we're like, oh no. So a little bit.
No, you don't know.
Closed
like, you don't see the closed doors. You don't see the hot mess that I really am.
Like kind of suppressed, like suppressing that freedom of joy, which I feel like, well, I mean, when I just met you just a few minutes ago, for me, like if anybody was to ask, what is Meredith's energy like? I would be like, oh, okay, we got joy coming out of the pores. She's free, she's free-spirited, she dances in the rain. I don't know if you dance in the rain, but like just a joyful, like, let's go do it. Like that kind of person. I would never see you as the person that's kind of like
I think I'm all of that you just said. And then there's this part of me that's like, well, don't shine too brightly, you know, because, you know, that then people won't know where you came from, or, you know, that you worked so hard to have. I think it's a humility to just like own the shine and just be like, hey, that's who you are. That's what I've always said. You have the happy gene. Like no matter what you go through in life, you will come out on the other side of it. You always will. You know, you tolerate pain. Pain moves through you really quickly, and you're just like, okay, won't do that again. That was painful. Right. Now I'll make a better choice.
Right.
So
and that's a gift. Yeah. You have a gift of, now that's my new tagline for you is that you own the shine.
Okay,
you own the shine.
I'm going to own the shine.
Yeah.
Because if I can have the humility and be like, you just came in with that shine. So I think the hard part for me is like, is accepting that, like that somehow is accepting the compliment. But if there's a certain amount of shine that I just came in with it, and if I can just not dull it, if I can not just push it away and dull it, just be like, that's just part of, you have the happy gene, Meredith, no matter what happens in your life. That's a gift you're
giving to other people. So if you dim that, then you're doing a disservice to others. Look, so if you twist it, you look at it that way, because you're not about yourself, you're about others. So I've got to be bright because I have to do this for others, then maybe you'll... Right. Yeah, but no, I mean, I think it's lovely. I think it's amazing. And I think that's why you attract so many amazing things in your life, like all these projects that you're doing. And tell me what's happening tonight. And you're going somewhere tonight. You're with your peers.
I'm rushing off. I was just on the phone with a friend. She goes, wait a minute. So you have like 3 things to do before I'm about to see you? And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I do. So I'm here, and then I'm going to jump on a Zoom where I'm having a conversation with a casting person who has cast me in many films, a lot of my Christmas films, a lot of my Lifetime thrillers, and so we're just going to have a conversation on Zoom about that process, and then there's a magazine launch that I'm rushing off to because I because of my Christmas stuff. I believe I'm going to be in the winter edition. I've already done the interview, and so I want to quickly make an appearance there, and then I'm on an executive committee at the Television Academy, the Emmys, and then I'm rushing off there, and so, I guess in order to get all of that done, I have to be like, okay, you got this.
You need to keep turning the dial, keep turning the dial. And then by 8 o'clock tonight, they're all going to get their sunglasses out.
Yeah.
Meredith's coming, get the sunglasses on. Everybody, get the sun umbrellas, get the sunscreen.
That's funny. Yeah. I had a friend back in that when I was at the University of New Hampshire, and she had this crazy like Boston accent, and she used to say, you know, don't call the National Guard or nothing, but I'm hyper. And I was like, and so I still like, I'm like, okay, here she comes. Don't call the National Guard or nothing, but I got 5 things to do before 7 p.m. But I'll do it. I'll get it done. So maybe there's a little My mom always says, I don't know what I did and my mom has a little bit of the New England accent too. She's like, I don't know what I did to get these hyper kids, you know.
So what was your mom? What did she do?
She was a school teacher.
I was just about to say teacher.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
I just was about to blurt. I'm a blurter. I didn't tell you that.
Yeah, that's great.
I almost blurted it, but
okay, great.
Yeah. So I could see that. Yeah. I can see
that's
her.
What my parents were hoping for me.
Right.
And so in a very strange way, I became that. Because I mentor 5th graders for script
writing. I was going to say elementary school.
Yeah. So my mom, she taught 4th grade for many years. My dad was a teaching principal.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what they had hoped. They were like, well, you love theater so much, so why don't you go 5 years and get your degree to teach theater? And I secretly was like, oh, okay, knowing that that wasn't my plan.
I'll please you. I'll say it.
Sure. Yeah. But I never made it through the 5 years. I made it through 3 years, got my associates, and was off. Working.
But they really I think that their parenting style really instilled a lot of confidence in you. I feel like you were whether you knew that or not, they were confident. They were strong people. They were smart.
My dad is one of the most intelligent people that I know. Like I love, we don't agree on everything, but I love having a conversation with him. Like I'll say, hey, so what do you think? Hey, Dad, what do you think of this person that just got elected? Because I know that we can have an intelligent conversation and educated conversation about somebody, and it won't be one-sided.
Does he like to debate? Or do you find that you're on the same side?
No, we're definitely not on the same side. Like in some ways we agree on things, but I think, does he like to debate? I don't think he likes to debate. I think he likes to assert his education. Like that he has educated himself and he knows.
Yes.
Yeah. But not forcing it, but just
not
be
in
like
a combative way, but like he knows that he can have an intellectual conversation with you and that you're able to meet him where he's at.
Yeah. And then he also knows that he comes from very practical and I come from emotional. And so he's constantly having to remind me, don't let this affect your everyday life. Like, cause get into what's going on in the world. And he's like, just focus on your life. Don't let this get like
a runaway train. Don't take it in
So he
spiral.
knows that I can get very passionate about things and justices. And so he's like, he's one of the best things. One time, I always have a messy bedroom. Like I'm a 12-year-old. Like I am like, no, go away. I'm going to slam this door. I do whatever I want. I can have a mess. Essentially, my bedroom is like my walk-in closet. Way too many clothes. Way too many shoes. Everything. So I'll never forget this because it's so fun. And he came into my room and he like practically tripped over like a pair of my shoes or something on the floor. And he goes, Meredith, you can't save the world until you clean up your own bedroom. I mean, and I was like, you are absolutely right, Dad. Like that is profound and it's true. Like until you clean up your side of the street, your side of the mess. But I have a tendency to be out there trying to save everyone at the expense of, they say put your own oxygen mask on first, but I'm all like, here.
Just like the room, with the here stuff, that's kind of like, that's also a creative outlet for you too.
Yeah.
Because you like to be creative and choose. So, look at it that way too. So you've got all these projects, and so I wore this because I'm like, okay, the Queen of Christmas is coming. I'm like so excited. I wanted to like get into the spirit, even though we're not quite, we will be when this finally airs. We will be in the holiday spirit. But so I was totally channeling your energy. And then you wore this beautiful brooch, this gorgeous heart. And tell me a little bit about, so Joseph is the company?
Joseph of Hollywood.
Joseph of Hollywood.
They've been around almost 100 years.
Wow.
And so Joseph came to Hollywood and he was making jewelry, and he was a smart man, and instead of selling it to the studios, he rented it to the studios.
So he did that even back?
Yeah. He was so the cool thing is that they still own some of the most iconic pieces, like Glinda's brooch from The Wizard of Oz, pieces that were, Marilyn Monroe wore, Rita Hayworth wore, like pieces from Gone with the Wind. So it was really, that was very forward thinking, really. And now that's pretty much what studios do. They often, you'll rent wardrobe. Like I've worn on set things that that are vintage pieces that have like old Warner Brothers tags in them. That's just like amazing. You think about who walked in this outfit before me.
Oh my gosh.
So I have always, I mentioned that I have way too many clothes and shoes, but one thing that I do is that I don't buy anything new. Everything that I have is thrifted or gifted. It's one of the small things that I can do for the environment every day. So it's perfect for me to have hooked up with these ladies. Tina Joseph is the daughter-in-law of Joseph. She married into the family. and she and her daughter-in-law and her son now have kept this company around, and they actually now there's an exhibit at the Hollywood Museum which they've lent some pieces to. It's about Hollywood Goes to War, and it's about how Hollywood has always supported, we're right now in Veterans Month, so how Hollywood has always supported our troops. And so they have they have some beautiful pieces there from different movies about the 40s and World War II.
It's so funny, and I love doing this with people because, I connect with people energetically, but then I always find something really like something that's such a commonality between me and the other person. And with you, I don't share this a lot either, but I actually used to have a store back in the early 2000s. I've talked about this before, but it was called Vivian Rose, which was named after my mom that's passed back in the 90s. But it was a vintage store. Oh, wow. So it was vintage and then vintage inspired. So I had both kinds of pieces. And the reason why, like when I just saw you with this too, I was drawn to it, is that I used to shop for people. I used to thrift. I used to do all that. And I used to choose the pieces based off of their energy, holding the pieces, and then I used to bring them to my store and I used to sell them. So that's amazing. A lot of old Hollywood gowns, and when you originally said Joseph, it's like, oh, I had connected with the old artist from Joseph Magnum that used to do the advertisements and all the sketches and stuff back in the back in the day. I don't know, maybe in the 40s or something, the original. And I had some of the original drawings and art pieces that I framed inside my store that I sold.
And in Joseph of Hollywood Studio, they have some of the original sketches from some of the movies too. Yeah,
really?
You've got to go in and look. And then just if you connecting energetic, you'll be overwhelmed because there's so much, and you can imagine the starlets and the people that wore these pieces.
Oh my gosh. Are those earrings that you're wearing?
These were a gift that
they're beautiful.
Thank you. I think that these remind me of disco balls.
Maybe that's,
Yeah, and these are just something that my mom found for me.
Kind of reminds me of Marilyn Monroe a little bit. I have something,
well, I love that. Marilyn, I've been obsessed with Marilyn since I was a little girl.
Because I don't know.
Very young. I was reading things about her that I probably shouldn't have read.
Yeah, that's they're beautiful.
Thank you.
So back to how many? Okay, so somebody's worn this. Who knows?
Who knows how many times? And I don't know what year that piece was made. When World War II was happening, they got into fabricating. So as part of the war, they were in Burbank working for war efforts as well. And so jewelry makers were helping with the war. I would be interested to know if you're picking up anything about that piece. I just wore that. I wore it I have a film that we're doing a little bit of the film festival scene with it, and we premiered at a festival called Heartland International. So the final screening, I wore that to the Heartland International Film Festival.
Beautiful,
because of the heart. Yeah,
it's interesting because you have worn it before, but only not a lot though, right?
I wore it to a premiere like about a week ago.
Okay,
and then I wore it in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
the Heartland Festival.
So I'll tell you what I feel. I pick up on the energy, but then you'll have to let me know. We'll have to check in whether, because sometimes if it's it could be your energy that I'm picking up since you were the last person, or it could be like a compilation. So I'll just tell you what I feel, and then we can just see. Yeah. Let's see what we. But I do visually. I see. This is probably why I'm seeing this to differentiate between you and the person that's maybe wore it. Somebody who had worn this many times. This was a favorite of someone that they wore many times. And I feel like this person also was not a blonde, like a brunette. These are some of the specifics that I can see that could differentiate you, not your energy too. Your energy is grounded as well. This person, it's funny how I just feel it on one side, very solid, grounded, strong, planted, like feet planted, strong on the ground. I only feel this on one side of my body, Where
that is.
Where
wow.
that is. So it could be a couple things. It could be either that they have a firm temperament, or it could also be that there's something to do with movement. So I don't feel dancing, because dancing I would feel a little bit like lighter or moving more quickly, because I feel this firm feet. So we'll have to find out. What does that mean? The planted feet, firm feet.
I'm so interested.
Me too.
Because I know that Tina was very, very close with her mother-in-law.
Okay.
And I would be interested to find out if that might have been one of her mother-in-law's favorite pieces.
Okay. Yeah, because it does feel like it's not a piece. I don't feel like that went to person. Do you know what I mean? I feel like somebody wore it many times. Their feet are planted on the ground. They have like brown or like darker kind of hair. It's not you.
Yeah.
And I do feel like was her mother-in-law?
Her mother-in-law, yes.
Did she run a business, or was she?
She pretty much, when Joseph passed away, she pretty much took over the business.
Okay.
So it's been this business, even though it was created by a gentleman in the late 20s, it's been run by women now for many, many years.
Because this person is, I think the feet is I feel a business person.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting.
I
don't necessarily see like a Ginger Rogers. I see somebody.
I can't wait to
find
out.
You'll have to text me and let me know.
For sure.
But lovely, not mean or anything.
Yeah.
But just solid. Solid.
So cool.
And grounded and feet planted. I don't know what that. Well, you'll have to find out about the feet planted thing. So yeah, it's a solid. And what's neat about this piece too is you wearing this piece. It's almost like the strength of another woman. Because I feel it here. Being with you, giving you an extra layer of like, you got this solid, do you know what I mean? Like somebody like very confident, pushing you in. Okay, Meredith, we're gonna go through the door now. I'm gonna push you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice, but a little
very
push.
Interesting.
So like a strength, a nudge, and pushing you further and further to the front.
Okay.
And Meredith, stop being in the back. You got to move to the front a little bit more. That's okay. Just push her a little bit right here. You just push her a little to the side. She can go over in the corner. Just move a little bit in front. I don't know who that's talking to me. Somebody's telling me. Just a little bit of. You can do it in a very feminine, dainty way. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be aggressive to shine. You don't have to push your way. You just do your tiptoe and you're up front and you're shining, and it's fine. They can wait their turn. Everybody has a turn.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody
There's enough
for
everyone.
Everybody has a turn. You don't have to give the other girls their time. Let them all be in front of you. Be the nice mirror, that whole thing. So that's probably a couple different things. Probably this person and then other things from your youth past, you know what I mean? Coming in like the great grandmother or the kind of thing,
Very
just
interesting.
like a lovely push.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely two different energies. One energy is similar to you, and very light, pretty, and the other one's a little bit more soft. No, you're going to push a little bit harder. You're going to move ahead. It's okay, dear. It's okay. No one's going to judge. You just move a little bit further.
Yeah.
And you also state your what is it? Make your request. Make your request. You say it in a nice way.
Yeah.
Just and then you sit politely and wait. Make your request. I don't know what that means. That's
no. I feel that.
Okay.
It's very interesting because sometimes the silence, there's a sales. It's a bit manipulative, but there's a sales technique that he who speaks first loses. You know what I mean? Like it's like here's the offer.
Right.
Now we wait.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
That speaks first, then you just wait for it to be accepted.
Yeah, I think that's very similar too, in the sense that you're a very kind, transparent, you're not a manipulative person. You don't strategize and do all these. That's just not your energy. And you're also and I think that's why we talked earlier about how you receive. That's why you receive, because you give. It's give and take and you receive. You don't like, I'm going to receive, I'm not going to give. You're not strategic like that. So this is more of you're deserving, state it, sit, wait, and then take, and then accept it, and then you say thank you.
Just thank you.
And it's not aggressive.
Don't have to explain. Just have, no,
Yeah.
don't have to explain how hard I worked to get it. Just say thank you.
So that's my little message for you. But we'll definitely interested
I can't wait.
See the history on this.
Very interesting.
Do you find that do you gravitate towards these like holiday? How do you keep doing these like amazing holiday movies and things like that? Like the Merry Gentleman
was the big one from last year.
Right.
So honestly, I say this all the time.
Yeah.
My career is built on repeat customers. So I got into. I was just lucky enough to. My goodness, almost 10 years ago, do A Christmas in Vermont with Chevy Chase, and that production company, that was my first introduction to them, and it just from there. I started to audition, and I'd audition for that, and then I would audition for other Christmas movies, continue to audition, but I started to know certain directors, or they started to know my work, and since they worked in that genre, the Lifetime movie genre, television movie genre, and the Christmas movie genre, I just started to get known,
It's not because you have all this joy?
I hope
joy to the world?
Maybe
that's not why? Okay.
Maybe that. Well, I think you're right. So I had a director. I think you have to. You get the audition. You get the job. You get on set, and then you hope that you're going to be someone that they want to work with over and over and over again. That they want, because you're right. There's a fair amount of people that I will see that come in and do a Christmas movie or two, and then that's just not their deal, right? So sure, I should own some of that. The other weird it's not a phenomenon because it was part of my childhood, but the other strange thing that I don't talk about that often is my parents. I lived my first 7 years above the Arctic Circle in Alaska, so.
How did that happen?
My parents had signed right out of college, signed up with the Bureau of Indian Affairs to teach Native Americans. And they ended up in Alaska.
Wow.
And so so the fact that I work on Christmas movies when I lived for my first 7 years.
Okay, the North Pole. I knew we were
practically at the North Pole, like literally above the Arctic Circle, daylight all summer, darkness all winter, 40 below with the wind chill factor. I actually was pitched for. I've actually read to play a cool young version of Mrs. Claus a couple of times this year.
I can see that.
Yeah, it was for commercials, and I was just like, okay, if they want the younger, cooler version, I'm it, right? And didn't end up getting either of them. But I just got pitched for something that shoots in Alaska, that's Mrs. Claus, and it was just like, okay, hello, she's from the North Pole, she's the Queen of Christmas, and so I have to put something. So again, maybe I'll get my chance to finally play Mrs. Claus.
Oh, you will.
I mean, I know I will eventually, but maybe sooner than later, right?
I don't know. It's funny because when you walked in too, I almost saw you. Well, this was before you walked in when I was doing the red because I was Queen of Christmas, and I was seeing you in my head, and I saw you with I wanted like fur with white fur. But like cuffs and stuff like that.
So you saw me in in a parka.
Yeah, so I was like,
a parka.
Yeah, so I was like, I saw it and I was like, oh, what is that? Like, oh, that's a cute outfit. I was kind of having a conversation with Ryan. I'm like, that's kind of a cute outfit. I'm like, does she have cute boots? With the boots cute, with the snow, you know what I mean? Like I was seeing you and I didn't know what that meant. I was waiting. I thought maybe when you walked in, you were going to wear something cool with fur. I was expecting that.
There's a picture of me as a child in like about this tall that a little fur parka.
Because I can see,
yeah.
And then I was singing and they know I was singing when I was in there singing Santa Baby for a while in there. It didn't sound good, but I was like, Santa. I was like, all in the spirit. I'm like, this is so amazing. So you've got the holiday. There's one coming on, I think you said November 29th.
Yes, so Saturday night, November 29th, we kick off Lifetime's, what do they call it?
It's not the marathon one, because I love the marathon.
It's something, Krista. If I stop thinking about it, it'll come to me.
Okay.
So Lifetime kicks off their Christmas movies on the 29th. And so I do a really fun cameo. Actually, I play a talk show host.
You do?
Yes. I do a really fun cameo. It's called The Christmas Campaign. It stars Vivica A. Fox and Jack A. Harry, who I did one last year with as well. And so I play, it's funny because I wear a dress that's like that color, and I'm a very, I guess a little bit of a version of myself, like very outgoing.
Yeah.
I have these like scantily clad like Christmas elves around me, like with abs. And
that's my kind of talk show.
Yeah. So it's a cameo, but I second unit directed it as well. So that'll be coming out. It's at 10 p.m. on the 29th of. So it's the second movie. There's one that comes on at 8, but actually it'll air here earlier. So one
the Christmas campaign?
The Christmas Campaign.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be on the 29th. And then I'll have The Merry Gentleman will be back. I just got a news alert today, like one of the things to make sure you watch on Netflix every year, yes please, is The Merry Gentleman. Then I have...
what about the premarital? It's premarital.
Oh, premarital.
Tell me about that. That was last month, right?
Yeah, so that's the one that we premiered at Heartland International Film
that's
Festival.
The one. Okay.
Yeah, so that...
interesting.
So that is...
Back to the brooch.
Yeah, so I wore that there. I brought a couple of pieces with me for my film festival, my mini film festival tour. We went from Indianapolis, 3 screenings in Indianapolis at Heartland, and then we went to Twin Cities, Minneapolis, and did a screening there. And it's such a lovely film. I'm so very proud of this movie. I play a mother and a grandmother. I have 5 children in this film. Wow. Yeah, I have grandchildren in this film.
Did they do some aging makeup on you? I'm like,
they didn't. They just didn't do as much pretty makeup as. That's funny because I arrived there and they hadn't met me in person, and the makeup artist had worked with me before on one of my Christmas movies. So she just did what she does, and then I went to set and I did my first scene, and she said the next day I sat in her chair and she's like, Meredith, we have to bring you down. I'm so sorry, but there was a huge discussion last night, and we have to bring you down a little bit. Like you can't be as glamorous as I. Yeah. So, I play Jim O'Hare from Parks and Recs. Jerry from Parks and Recs. I play his wife. Okay. He is a Midwest preacher. Oh, wow. And I am the preacher's wife, and I am. Not necessarily, I'm kind of a do as I say to my children, not as I do, because I've got my own naughtiness and hypocrisy going on. And so it is such a lovely comedy. And we get
it's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
Okay, because I was getting scared. I'm like, what does she do? What does she?
No,
what happens?
It's a comedy.
Okay,
it's a comedy.
Okay.
It's about my middle daughter comes home with her fiance, and we find out he's not a believer. And so we have got to get him converted before the wedding. Right. So hilarity ensues as we are trying to convert a man that doesn't want to be converted, and then we find out this about my child and this about my child and this about me. So we're a little nervous because it really walks a line where it looks at some of the hypocrisy of religion. And so we were nervous about what Midwest audiences would feel about it.
Were you sleeping with the gardener?
I am
don't tell me.
With, I don't want to give it away.
The pool guy, but it's in Midwest, so I'm thinking they don't have a pool. So maybe it's the gardener instead. Don't tell me.
Yeah, you have to see. It's but I definitely was
somebody.
Yeah, I was definitely sleeping with somebody that I was not married to. So not to give away too much, but
I'm not going to ask.
But we got such a fantastic response from
wonderful
from the audience that it was about, because the writers both grew up in a very evangelical Christian family, and it's about figuring out how to balance your faith in 2025. When you're a creative person and you're living in Los Angeles now, and your friends maybe don't believe what you believe, and so it's the best compliment we got was that it's kind. It does not make anyone wrong for their beliefs. It just looks at that we all have different reasons that we come to religion, or we go away from religion, it kind of, but in a very loving, non-judgmental way.
I love that.
Looks at the baggage that a lot of people have in their lives because of religion.
Yeah, I want to watch. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to. I didn't want to know too much, but I mean, I think that's so. I always say this to everybody. We're all unique. We're all different. So our beliefs, the way that we think of things, the way what we do are all different. We're not all, there's no way. If we were all the same, then we would be little robot people. And I don't want to be around little robot people.
It's very interesting that you say that, because there's a Roomba in the film.
No!
Are you serious? The Roomba almost has its own cameo in the film. Like little robot, like the little robot cleaning up our messes. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's so funny that you said. But there is. You almost said a little bit of the theme of the thing, that if our lives, if we all had the perfect lives, then we would just be little robots.
Right.
But it's cleaning up messes, or like other people's messes, right? But instead we have to come to who we are, come on our own, and
it's our unique journey for our
to your own spirituality, to what you believe. It's our own and most. I think that the most important thing you can do when it comes to faith is question it.
Absolutely,
like that's not a lack of faith. That's just wanting to know more.
Oh, absolutely.
I think,
and learn.
Yeah,
and learn from other people. Yeah, because everybody, you can learn from everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that we are, if you look at the foundation of most every religion, what is it? It's love, forgiveness. You know what I mean? It's love and forgiveness.
Earlier in the day, I was having a conversation with Cindy, and I was talking to her about briefly about the night that my mom passed away.
Oh, that's right. It was not too long ago.
Well, no, actually, it was a long time ago.
Oh,
but I bring it up. So I was only like, we won't announce my age now, but I was only like, I think 23 years old.
Oh, so
she was 56.
Recently had a death. Didn't you go home for someone being sick recently?
That was my husband's mother. She just got diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, okay.
But so she's on, yes, thank you for acknowledging that.
Yeah.
Yes, she's actually on this a new treatment that they're doing. It's not chemo, but a different kind of treatment. And so she's actually doing well.
Oh, good.
But thank you for bringing that up.
Sure.
Yeah. So because both my parents have passed. So my dad passed when he was 32 years old.
Oh, wow.
I know, my mom was 56. So they were both young.
Both young, yeah.
But going back to what you were saying, the night that she passed, she came back to me and sat by my bed, and we had a conversation. A lot of it I don't remember because I'm not supposed to know. I always tell people, if we're still here, we're still on this journey, we're supposed to, we don't know everything. Everybody goes around acting like, I have the answer, and this is how you do this, and this is the, no, you're still here, you don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
When you leave and you go over there, then you can tell me you know. Yeah. You're here, you're not done with your journey. So she did tell me, but what she told me, the whole premise of being here on earth was love, and to love others, and to share that love. And so when you're talking about that, it's that love is universal. It's universal in languages. It's universal in religion, right? We have one love, and we all know that emotion and feeling.
Right. Yeah.
So we all have that in common.
Right. That's how we can. Yeah.
So when you're talking about questioning and okay, we'll look at what. Like the basis for everything is really a universal.
Yeah. if we can just get back to that core feeling and make decisions from there.
Yeah.
Like I write little acronyms for myself for so there's a lot of talk about being, in flow, being in flow. And so I wrote those little acronyms for myself to follow love over work. So that's my idea of being in flow. Like in the industry, we talk about making our day. We gotta, this is what we set out to shoot, and we gotta make our day, because it's so costly if we don't make our day.
I get
and
that.
so I love that feel. Like, and sometimes I just say to myself, I'm like, I made my day. Like I got everything done today that I intended to get done. I made my day. Made it. So that's a wrap on today, and then we'll start again tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that my idea of being in flow is following what we love over feeling that feeling of working.
Yeah.
Work, gotta work. I spent a lot of years like playing as hard as I could.
Right.
And now it's like, no, just play smarter and love what you do, and then all of that comes to you.
And that's probably why the sunshine follows you wherever you go, right?
Maybe.
Because you're following love.
Yeah.
And love, right? And that's light. Love is light.
Yeah.
This is synonym. So everybody, there's a secret for you, which is doing that. I think that and knowing that if you follow, you can't go wrong. Right?
If you make those decisions from a place of love rather than fear, a place of worry,
Yeah, I love that. You have so much to teach. I'm surprised that your mom didn't do any kind of like Sunday school or anything like that. But your family wasn't religious, right?
No, we really weren't religious.
Maybe you'll play one in a Lifetime movie.
Well, I do.
Oh, you do?
I mean, I play teachers, and I play.
You could be like a naughty Bible school.
Yeah, I play religious people.
It's got to be a naughty on there.
I play religious people a lot, but it's usually like they're kind of like not necessarily like actually. I play very religious, like. I play very religious in premarital. I play it, but I'm not living up to my own teachings. Yeah,
but that's a good character for you because you are such a sweet person. So it's good. It's kind of.
I love to play the naughty girls.
Yeah, because people are like, that's surprising.
Yeah. I love
because you don't look it, so you're like, surprise.
Yes.
It's not the gardener this time. It's the handyman.
I did like essence work years ago, and one of my essences was Mary Poppins with a gun because I was actually when we wrote that essence. I was actually taking care of children.
Oh, you
so yeah, and I've never owned a gun, by the way.
Right.
But the idea is that I will give you everything and be and nurture and everything. But when you cross me, no. Sometimes it takes a few tries to get, for me to bring out that other side of me, but it's there. It's there. Yeah. And I love playing it because there's such interesting characters.
I'm going to be like looking you up, and then I'm going to find out all the movies. I mean, I've seen a lot of them, but now I'm even more curious.
Yeah, I love playing the
What's your favorite
Women with
one?
an Edge.
Do you have a favorite one?
It's funny because so as far as Christmas movies go, I love it's called A Christmas in Royal Fashion.
Okay.
And I play a very wound tight, like PR woman.
Oh.
Yeah. And
I like that character.
Yeah, and I loved her. I really loved playing that character. Just the career woman that doesn't have time for anything else, and you see those a lot in the holiday movies, right? I'm the career
You've got to
woman.
work on Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. So then the girl who pretends to be me gets the prince, and I was that year that came out, I was talking to everyone. I was like, so she gets the prince, and I get to work for the holidays. Yeah. Well, then it turns out the director had rewritten the script, and I was like talking to everyone. I was like, so I get my, my lonely self. Well, it turns out I go to the premiere, and he had rewritten it that I did find love with this character.
Like, seriously?
Yes. And but it was just like the fairy tale at the end. Like the end, it was like, so I went off to Maui with
your briefcase, or
no, with Michael Pare. With
you did?
Yeah. He played one of my business associates, and we did have a nice chemistry in this scene that we played together, where he was like, I want you to come to Boston, and I need you to
they always need something, don't they?
Yeah, they always need you to go away, so that then you can be the busy businesswoman on Christmas, and then the ingenue marries the prince.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Okay.
So that was the royal. What is that one again?
That's called A Christmas in Royal Fashion.
Okay.
And then I also play another version of a naughty talk show host.
Oh my goodness! There's a theme. Okay.
Yes, and so I play a version of a naughty talk show host in a royal Christmas holiday.
Oh my gosh!
And it's similar in that the young girl, I want that interview with the prince so badly, and I gotta work. Well, she gets the interview with the prince, and of course falls in love with him, and so that one I play another woman that's just driven, not particularly nice to her employees, but I come around at the end. Okay. The spirit of Christmas. I'm
gonna have to have a day just of Meredith movies.
The Mary Meredith movie marathon.
Oh
yeah.
No, I'm not kidding.
I'll post them. I post them every year.
Is that what you title it though?
Sure, this year, that's what, last year I did the naughty list and the nice list.
The naughty list.
So I did, what characters were nice.
Okay.
And then I did what characters were naughty.
Okay.
So this year I'll do the Mary Meredith Christmas marathon. Sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Well, what else so we've got your movies. I've got to see, and that one's out already. The premarital, is that in the movie?
No, we're really hoping. Okay. So we've done 2 film festivals.
Okay.
And
it premiered in the film festival.
It premiered just at a couple film festivals. We're really hoping for a Los Angeles premiere, maybe a New York City premiere.
Okay.
And so we're pushing for some SoCal. So I'll let you know.
Will you? Because
if we get to a couple of screenings in SoCal.
I want to know, because I'm like, I knew it. I knew she was gonna.
It's really such a lovely film. I'm so proud. I'm like the proud mom and grandma.
Yes. Oh
I love my kids so much in this film. They're so talented and lovely, and I really feel like I don't have any children, and I really feel like I embraced being this mom and grandma of this group of really talented, lovely actors and people.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. So so definitely let me know.
I will.
And then where people can find you on Instagram.
Yes. My friends say I should change this, but that would be, I'm at Meredith Actress pretty much everywhere. Even though
That's easy to remember.
I know it's easy
but
even though I produce and direct now, and I guess, but changing all your socials that I've had for,
how would you do that?
15 years is not going to be fun, so I just let it be.
And then
Meredith Actress.
But that's easy to remember.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so they can find you there, and then do you also, I'm sure, announce on your?
I'll be talking about. I'll be talking about and putting some pictures up for the Lifetime movie that's coming up at the end of November, and then I'll be doing my Mary Meredith Christmas marathon.
Gosh, we're going to say it 5 times. And thank you. And before we go, I want you to pick one more card. But thank you so much for letting me just wear this. And it's just the heart on my sleeve is just beautiful. And I know there is a symbolic reason why you wore it and why I wore it. And I want to know the history of it. Yeah. It's just warm and but I don't know. The plant. Unless she was like to plant. Maybe she liked to plant stuff. I don't know. But I keep. Feet are planted on the ground.
Yeah,
I need to know that. But anyways, one more. On your way, just so we could, because I know you've got a few, 3 or 4 meetings and things tonight. Just to,
let's see it'd be funny if I got the same one again.
No, you got to do a little shuffle.
All right. I felt this flip up. Wow, this is so. It says, the silence between your thoughts. Hold more wisdom than the noise you chase for answers. That's amazing. Yeah. I love that. The silence between your thoughts hold more wisdom than the noise you chase for answers. Yep.
But you're in a different, you are actually though in a place of attraction and not chase. You don't chase, you attract.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's the light. And I want you to just always, like, don't dim your light, just make it brighter and brighter. So we have to wear sunglasses. We got to get the sunscreen out. Like, don't ever, wherever that, and just remind yourself that, you know what? And that's your gift.
Okay.
That's your gift.
All right.
Yay. Well, thank you so much for spending your time with all like your busy schedule. And I'm so excited to watch your movie. And I'm gonna wear like outfit and everything.
Yeah. Get dressed up for it. Well, I know. I almost wore that exact color dress, and then I was like, oh, but I don't want to clash with the sunshine.
Nope, never. All right. Thanks, Meredith.
Of course, thank you.